Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Now we are discussing the next method, that is the rate of return pricing or the target pricing. Now the rate of return pricing is also known as target pricing. First let's understand what do we mean by the rate of return. When I am investing some amount of money in any business, I want to have some return. So what business houses do is they say that if I'm investing rupees 1 lakh in the business, I want 10% profit on that. So 1 lakh 10% profit becomes 10,000. So this is what I want in return. What is the amount of return I want? That is the rate of return. So rate of return method pricing is based on the capital which I'm investing in the business. What do I mean by the capital which I'm investing in the business? The money which I'm contributing to my business. On that I will say I want so much rate of return. So when I do the capital invested into the rate of return, I will get the profit which I am going to desire. So the profit is margin is going to be my rate of return into my capital invested. So now whatever is the profit I desire, based on that I am going to decide the price at which I want to sell in the market. The profit margin is determined based on the rate of production and the total cost for normal production. Okay, so before we come back to these points, let me show you an example to make it a little more clear for all of you. So now let's assume this particular example here. Let's understand the concept of target return pricing to an example. Suppose a tractor manufacturer has invested rupees 2 million in his venture. So this is the capital invested and he is expecting 20% rate of return. So the amount which he is expecting, the rate of return which he is expecting is 20%. Therefore, he has to set the price accordingly. In this method, in target return pricing, what happens is you will have to estimate that this is the cost which I am looking at. This is my per unit cost and this is how much I am going to sell. These are the two things which you will have to assume. Now how will I get the target return pricing? Target return pricing will be the unit cost. Unit cost is nothing but my cost of producing that particular per unit. So what is my cost of producing per unit? What I will do, then I will find out the desired rate of return. The desired rate of return is 20% into 2 million divided by how much sales I am going to have during the year, that is 50,000. So then I am going to get the price, the target price is rupees 28. Now what does it mean? It means that on my capital invested on 2 million, if I want to achieve 20% rate of return and my unit cost is 2 and I am expecting to sell 50,000 units, then I have my selling price in the market for that particular product should be 28. What are the benefits of this method? It is very easy to calculate and understand, and you are actually going to make sure that you are reaching your rate of return. This is why the business works. So you are directly reaching your goal. But what is difficult here is it is difficult to estimate your exact cost, and most importantly it is difficult to estimate your expected sales during the year. So that's one the major limitation, is that your amount of sales which has to be estimated is difficult. So this is about the target return pricing. So target return pricing, again now you read this, profit margin is determined based on the rate of production. This is how many units I am going to produce during the year and what is my cost of production. My cost of production, it could be, I could take the total cost or I could take the per unit cost. So capital employed divided by the annual cost is the planned rate of return. What is important is your rate of return when you're determining, it should be a reasonable rate of return. You cannot say I am investing rupees 10 lakhs and I want 100% rate of return, which means I want another 10 lakh rupees profit. Now this can be unexpected or it may be unreasonable. So when you're determining your rate of return, it should be reasonable. How do I get to know if it is reasonable or not? Look at your industry. What is the rate of return which other firms in the industry are doing? You'll have to talk to experts and determine it. So rate of return or target pricing is a method where the price is determined based on a predetermined target rate of return. What's important here is you are going to determine it earlier, and on what will you have your rate of return? On the capital which is invested by the manufacturer. So what happens here is that whatever amount your target return pricing, whatever is your unit cost, you're going to divide it by your desired rate of return into invested capital divided by unit sales. You will get the target return pricing. The disadvantages of this particular method is that you will have to estimate your sales much carefully, but the advantage is that it's easy to calculate and you are going actually to your objective. Thank you friends. Hope you like this video. Do like, share and comment.